Me, Bradley. I'm on site at Lake Country right here in Muskogee, Oklahoma. And half of the sales team is here today, and the other half will be here tomorrow. Can you please identify yourself, sir?
Aaron Shield Knight,
Okay, and your role at the dealership?
sales manager.
Okay, now, I was really intrigued because you were one of the top sales performers at this organization, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How many units were you selling a month?
25.
Okay, and again, Roddy told me, but I want this because this is going to go out to thousands of people. How much were you making a year selling cars on the showroom floor in Muskogee, Oklahoma?
200,000.
$200,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what would you say the average income for somebody in Muskogee is?
40,000.
Okay, so that's a hell of a jump amongst the average medium out here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you found certain things that are successful in automotive sales. You've got some new trainees here, and you have a type A personality. I love it. I relate. Part of the frustration is trying to get all the new people to get to the number that you were and then some, especially as a sales manager, because you can't earn a living off of what you do. It's now based on what everybody else does under your command, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what advice would you give the new people and the thousands of people that are going to watch this video, seriously, what are the keys to automotive success?
Work hard. Follow up with your customers. Always ask for the business.
Can you do me a favor? We were just talking about prospecting, and I talked about the 3 questions that you should always be prospecting. You always ask everybody everywhere about, A, are you in the market for a vehicle? No? Second question would be, okay, who do you know that is in the market for a vehicle? Nobody? Okay, third, what kind of car are you driving? Oh, awesome. Question for you. If I could get you more for your trade than it's worth, would you consider selling your vehicle? If you ask those 3 questions, and you're like, you agree, and you told us a story, can you share like a little bit about what is your philosophy of upping everybody every place? You got a story you want to kind of
about
mention?
my dad?
Yeah, that one's great, but do that one and that one. I think it's pretty awesome. If you don't want to share that, you do another one.
That's fine. In August of 2011, my dad passed away. When he was in the hospital passing, my mom and my brother were in his room grieving. Well, I knew I had to make the decision to pull the plug, let him go. So I walked out in the hall to compose myself, and as I was walking down the hall, I saw a lady who was a nurse for my dad, and we started talking, and she said, I live in Muskogee. I said, hey, I work in Muskogee. My dad is going to die in 15, 20 minutes, and I know that. I hand her my business card and said, hey, next time you're in Muskogee, come see me and I'll sell you a car. Next week she showed up, and let's just say I paid a couple months worth of mortgage on her.
Now, for people that think like, man, that's crazy. You made a good comment for, because I think you're an awesome person personally, but you had said that you have a job, you have family, you've got kids, you've got this, you've got that, and again, there was a crazy life situation going on, but you turn around and you turned a situation into an opportunity, right or wrong?
Correct.
What is your philosophy of telling people? You mentioned also Red Lobster. Talk about that story too, guys. I thought it was freaking awesome.
We used to have what we called Red Lobster Friday. Every Friday there'd be myself and 2 or 3 managers that would go over and eat. And every Friday we made sure we had a different waitress or waiter, for the simple fact of we wanted to try to get those people to come over here and buy cars. One Friday, Greg and I are sitting there. We start shooting the bull with our waitress. And I called Casey, who's at that time was a salesman here. Now he's our delivery manager, and said, Casey, bring me a credit app. Casey brings me a credit app. I hand it to the waitress and say, you off work at 5 o'clock, bring your car, have this credit app filled out. We're going to see if we can sell